I do have a question, Mr. Rivera. Even after the motion that we just made to rescind to lift the suspension for the funding, wasn't the funding going to be temporary? Heffernan provided the funding temporary.
I believe that was the actual.
The dialect in the bill, that it was gonna be temporary. However, I know that we also have discussed, aside from the letter providing, or requesting as a board, for ECRMC to pay the $150,000, I believe that we have also spoken in the past about, other type of fundings that we can look, or that the new board can look into getting in order to get this started. I know one talk was to ask Assembly's Garcia office, if they had any type of funding that they were gonna provide to assist with the funding. Also, we recently got a grant writer, and then it was also in the talks that there might be grants also to start up new healthcare districts. However, nothing is being looked at. Nothing is being done. So I just wanted to bring that up because there's just so many talks, and we just, I guess, get our ear filled with what we want to hear, but then there's no action being taken.
My only comment is this, your motion actually had temporary language in it, but that's inconsistent with the bill. The bill doesn't make it conditional, doesn't make it temporary. Unfortunately, it makes it absolute. It's an absolute funding requirement by Heffernan. You've heard complaints from citizens of Calexico concerning that particular provision in the bill. Garcia talked to Mr. Virgen. There was going to be some talk between Padilla and Garcia to try to see if they could find some money so that they could send it down so that some of these expenses would be paid by the state. There's no question that the funding mechanism currently in the bill prejudices the citizens of Calexico because they're paying the full bill. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. Now, it's not temporary. It's until the district is dissolved, the new district is implemented, and what you've been doing is you've been trying to get some equity from the other districts involved, and that makes sense. That's logical. Everybody contribute because it's going to be one district and so forth. But now you have a district that's suing to set aside the entire law. And you wanted somebody to ask El Centro Regional, and they proposed it in public. And now they've acted on it. So now you're in a situation that you're going to continue to fund clerical, administrative, and legal for IVHD. You're going to get a shot of $150,000. Once that $150,000 evaporates because it's been expended, then Heffernan continues paying the bills until we are dissolved. There's a lot of things that are going to have to happen on part of IVHD, and we're just going to have to monitor. And if Mr. Solano and Mr. Hurtado convince LAFCO to eliminate Heffernan by August 1st, well then all that money is being held in abeyance for IVHD once it gets going. If we get dissolved, legislation says it goes to IVHD. So my only point earlier was you're hearing comments from the public about funding other items. You're a functioning district until dissolved. You have authority under Health and Safety Code 32,000, etc., about what you can and can't do as a district. And as you remain a formal, legal district, you can act. IVHD might not want that, but you're an independent district. I mean, you go on until you're dissolved. So there's a lot of things that aren't on the agenda, and you're trying to foresee what can or can't be done. But that's what July, that's what August, that's what September is all about.